What's up, everyone? And yes, to answer your question, I am blonde. I did this for whatever reason, that's not important. But today we're going to check out a holster of mine today, something from a company that I really like buying from, and I plan to spend a lot more money at. But this is from Tier1Concealed. This is their Xiphos model. This one I have fitted for a Glock 19 with a Surefire X300, and before anyone says anything, because I know it took me a while to figure this out, to put this out in my last video, but gun's clear, nothing in it, no magazine in it, completely good. But this is their Xiphos model. I have it in white. You can pick these holsters up for pretty inexpensive. I think I only paid like 80 bucks for this guy. I will leave a link down in the description below. If I am wrong, I'll also leave an annotation right here. If there's nothing there, I was correct, and this is $80. But let's go down on the table and let's take a look at this holster. Alright guys, so today we're going to be looking at the Tier1Concealed Xiphos holster. This holster is an inside the waistband holster, meant for concealed carry, obviously. Particularly, this one is better for appendix, but you can also use it for strong side or anything, whatever tickles your fancy. Me, I prefer the appendix position. It's the most comfortable for me, it's the most accessible, and me personally, I think it is just the better option. Albeit less comfortable than 3 o'clock, but that's a completely different video for another time. But let's check this guy out real quick. Like I said, gun's empty. Don't worry. So, start off, obviously I got the holster in white. I thought that'd just be kind of cool to mess with. The quality of the holster is very good. The Kydex is, I believe, they use a 0.08 inch Kydex, which is pretty standard for a lot of companies. The molding on this thing is great. The retention is fantastic. I have no complaints about it at all. You can see the gun doesn't come out very easy, but I have the retention decently loose on this thing, just because when it's actually in your pants, if you have it too tight, it's just going to be too hard to pull out. Especially when you have a belt on and everything, of course. And kind of cool thing, you don't actually 100% need the light on there. It definitely helps, but it's still pretty good in there without it. There's not a lot of, there's no up and down wobble. It doesn't fall out easy. But normally with light-bearing holsters, you pretty much have to have the light on it all the time. Sorry. But with this one, it's actually not required, but of course, you know, if you're gonna have a light bearing holster, you're gonna put a light on your gun, obviously. This does not come with this clip. This is another clip from a different holster that I had, but you do have different mounting options for clips, so you can use this style, which is my preferred style. I just think it's easier to put on. If I happen to tuck my shirt in, it's tuckable, and also it doesn't look as weird as the big fat ones that they come with that are mounted up top here. Like, it doesn't look as weird when I'm just wearing, you know, when I'm tucking a shirt in or anything like that. But you do have adjustable retention with basically all three of these screws here. The front one is going to be your most important one. That's because most of your tension is held by the light itself. Right here you have your Raptor Claw, which does say Tier 1 on there. Let's see if I can get that in the light. Yeah, Tier 1 on there. So they do have their own specially made claws, and mine is super loose that I did not notice. Sorry, everybody. Don't mind me, just tying up some screws. Cool. Yeah, so their Raptor Claw, it goes at almost like a complete 90-degree angle, which I really like. It pushes a lot on your belt to keep the gun closer to you. If you're not familiar with what this claw does, essentially, if you didn't have it, the gun would sit like, you know, this on you. Here's your body, but the claw here pushes on your belt and pushes the gun closer to you, so the grip doesn't stick out as much. And that's really good for appendix, because if you're not super skinny, like, you know, me not being the skinniest person in the world, having this claw is a lifesaver because it keeps the gun completely out of view, even wearing a semi-tight t-shirt and everything. But there isn't a whole lot to go about with this holster. The features on it really aren't huge. I mean, you do have the 2 types of mounting options. You have a really nice specific Tier 1 claw, which is great. But the retention's good. You can actually kind of hear a little click at the end there, which is one of my favorite features. If it doesn't have that click, I just don't like it. It's actually just, I don't know, it's more so just because it's satisfying to listen to, just that. I love that sound. But let me go ahead and go back up top, and I will show you guys how this guy conceals and how this guy fits in your pants. Alright guys, so we're back up top. I'm gonna show you exactly how this thing conceals on my body personally. Now, one thing I need to go over, of course, is picking out a holster really depends on your body type. There's certain holsters that don't work for certain people, and you know, you kind of have to go through a trial and error process, especially when you're getting into concealed carry like I am right now. You need to find a holster that fits you and is comfortable and you can do daily tasks with. But I have the holster on, and you probably can't even tell. Now, of course, I'm wearing a big old hoodie, so because it's kind of cold out now. But that's the nice thing about winter time. Most people can conceal with most holsters. I still don't like carrying on the side. No matter what I try, it prints for me. I can't help it. But appendix style, I mean, you even pushing out my stomach a little bit, like just relaxing like normal, really can't see it. You really have to like find the area where the mag or the bottom of the grip even is. And I'll show you guys what it's like even with a t-shirt. Now this is a white t-shirt, which I think is a good example because white prints more than anything. Of course, this guy has some designs on it, so it kind of helps break up the pattern a little bit. But even then, you really can't tell. And just to prove that I'm even wearing the holster, guns are here. Now, a lot of common questions and concerns that people get with appendix carry is, how do you sit down? How do you bend over? That kind of thing. Well, I'm going to show you. So, here we have a chair. Here we have me wearing a gun. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that big light must be pushing on your man parts. But it's not. It really doesn't. It's really, really comfortable. Sometimes I don't even realize I'm wearing it. With these pants, I kind of do because they're not the loosest fitting pants either. But the trick for a lot of people, especially my size, is when you're about to sit down, just pull your pants up a little bit and no problem. Not uncomfortable, still concealed, you can't see it. And if you need it while you're sitting in your car driving, or you're sitting inside a Taco Bell, or whatever you're doing in your daily life, pull out a gun, boom. And now, bending over to pick stuff up, let's say I need to pick up this measuring tape. Oh no, I dropped it. What a shame. Now, I just, instead of bending over, which you can still do, it just sucks, just squat, pick it up, there you go, no big deal. No weird uncomfort that I am experiencing, and nothing of concern that would stop me from appendix carrying. And depending on the gun, sorry, I can't put the measuring tape back on. Depending on the gun that you're carrying, it very well may be uncomfortable, but I have a Glock 19. It's super tiny. I also have a Smith & Wesson Shield that's tinier, and that gun, you could literally do whatever you want. I could probably do a backflip with wearing that gun. I never will, but I probably could. You know? I'm going to leave a link in the description for this exact holster. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. And remember, friends don't let friends buy XDs. Have a good one.